Warning: the video you are about to watch contains content that may be disturbing to some viewers, including four frat brothers talking sports, drinking beer, and filming a podcast in their basement. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first episode of Buzzer Beaters and Beer. Four frat guys talking about sports, drinking beers. I'm Tommy Schmier. This is Andrew Craig, Frankie Conforti, and Evan Wakus. We're going to start with NFL Week 15 locks. Evan, take it away.
So what's up, everyone? I'm Evan. Hopefully you learn a lot about me and my outrageous sports takes throughout this podcast. But first lock I got starting Thursday this week. I mean, Niners given 2.5 at home against the Rams. I think that Rams offense is just going to run circles around that Niners defense. Niners defense getting a little more healthy. I really don't think it matters. I think the Rams looked great last week against Buffalo. They'll look great this week. And I think they'll even make a push for the playoffs or that division. My second lock, which hurts me to say, if you can see right in front of me, I am a Steelers fan, which you'll also learn by bias soon. But I do have the Ravens giving 14.5 in MetLife here in Jersey. The Ravens are just much better than the Giants. The Giants might be the worst team in football. So, yeah, those are my two picks. I think both of those are just pretty much locks. I mean, anyone disagree?
I like them.
Uh-oh.
I'm glad you manned up about the Ravens, No bias with that. I think Derrick Henry might run for 155 yards against the Giants. 2 touchdowns. Defense has been looking good the past 3 weeks. I think Drew Lock stinks. Hot take already. Daniel Jones is a better quarterback than him. He's just getting paid that much money. Sorry if I get sidetracked. I'm watching the Bengals game right now. I'm 1 yard away from $130 with Mike Gesicki, sweating it out. He sucks. He doesn't play on the field. But no, I'm going to the Ravens game. We're from Jersey. I think we'll blow them out. Defense has been looking good. I'm scared of Malik Neighbors. He might cook Brandon Stevens. If I see Brandon Stevens on Malik Neighbors at any point of the game, I'm running on the field. Just doing it myself. But to get into my locks, unless you guys have anything else to say about Evan's picks, I think the Rams one's a good one. It's probably the most unguardable offense in the league right now, especially with the way they're healthy right now. So,
I do have something to say.
What?
The only one of 2 NFC teams to ever beat Lamar Jackson.
And what does that have to do with anything? That's because you had Daniel Jones.
Okay.
And you know no
Giants.
No Dexter Lawrence. No Dexter Lawrence.
But something about those Giants, man. Big blue. I like the Giants plus 14.5.
We're gonna go in. We're gonna go into Jersey, MetLife, and absolutely show dominance. But no, I don't think it's close. Niners could maybe up.
That's a risky pick, though, to pick somebody 14.5 points. So 15 points.
After they barely could fucking manage to put up fucking 12 points against the Saints.
Saints defense is decent. Better than is it not close to the Ravens defense this year?
It is, but we've been showing good progress the past couple weeks.
Ravens offense isn't close to the Saints offense, though.
That is true. All right, Nolan, what are your picks?
First pick, I have.
Hold on. To be specific, this is spread week 15 picks, not the lock.
Off of ESPN. We don't know what sports book you're using, but for this, we're going off of ESPN.
Micah Parsons just lit up Joe Burrow and got a roughing the passer.
League soft. You can't hit anybody anymore. But anyways, first pick that I have is Miami going into Houston, and covering the plus 2.5. And I actually think they'll win outright. Miami, I think, has looked good. They're also getting healthy. Tua's looked good since coming back. Got to be still a little more safe. But other than that, I think they'll be good. I think Jonnu Smith's been a really big part of their offensive recently. I think he'll be a matchup nightmare, especially with Al-Shaair getting suspended for the next 3 games. I think that's going to be a tough matchup for them. And then also you add Tyreek Hill with that and Jalen Waddle. I think it'll be a matchup nightmare. For my second pick, I'm going to take Broncos -4 against the Colts.
I like that one.
I think Anthony Richardson has been playing good since after being benched, but I don't think he'll be good enough to face that Broncos defense yet. They're going to fucking swarm him. He could have a big rushing game, but passing-wise, I don't think he's going to do enough. I think that Broncos secondary is just too good to go against that Colts wide receiving core. Those are my locks. Anything to say about that?
Oh,
I just don't understand.
Sounds good.
You know,
Really like the Broncos pick.
I do like the Broncos pick too.
I'll take the Broncos
-4.
-7.
Wow, yeah, dude, I like that Broncos pick. It's in Denver too.
And they might smoke them. It might not even be close.
I just wanted to say one thing. I don't disagree with the pick. I don't know. I wouldn't bet it. The Miami +2. I just don't understand how the Houston Texans are so bad. And they're not. They're 8-5. 8-5?
Yeah.
They're 8-5. I mean, they're a fine team. CJ Stroud's playing all right, but like their defense, if you look at it, it's just all pro names. After all, I mean, sure you're getting fucking suspended. Doesn't help. Injuries don't help. But their defense is supposed to be one of the better defenses probably in the AFC, if not the NFL, and they're struggling. The offense is struggling too. Diggs is out for the year, but
This has nothing to do with maybe how you interpret it, how bad CJ Stroud has been, or how good Caleb Williams has been. But after week 4, Caleb Williams and CJ Stroud almost have identical numbers. I think
Caleb's the man.
I think Caleb will still be good. I know he's going through a rough season, some bright spots, but I don't think CJ Stroud is making the leap that everyone said that he would, especially with the weapons that he has. Nico Collins is a stud. I think he honestly is probably the best player on that offense, even with Stroud. Stroud's just a little overhyped for me, especially with people putting him in the top 5 last season. I don't see it. I think Tua's just as good as CJ Stroud when he's healthy.
All right, guys, enough of the bullshit. It's time for my spread picks for Week 15. First, we got Jets -3 or -3.5 on ESPN Bet. I think that's a lot. The Jaguars are terrible. The Jets, I think their record is a little bit misleading. I think they're a much better football team than 3-10.
Okay.
Well, you already had something to say. What? They're not?
I'm a Jets fan. We look real good on paper. We're terrible.
Yes, but I think you're good enough to beat the Jaguars by 3
I
points.
honestly think this is going to be a good game, like a really good game.
Okay. I still think the Jets would win. Little risky pick for pick 2. I like the Browns +4.5. It's in Cleveland, Ohio against the Chiefs. Chiefs have been in very close games with the Raiders.
I actually do like that pick too.
The
I feel like
Raiders.
the Browns train is going to end soon. There goes another jersey. Week 1, episode 1. We'll get it figured out. Let me see. I'll actually think it here, but again, me and him, Ravens Steelers fan. If you didn't know, you'll figure it out throughout these episodes. But as an AFC North watcher, every week watching all the teams in the AFC North because that's what we do in that division. I think the Browns' wheels are going to fall off. Not even wheels. Like, they're a bad team, but they've been playing better. Seeing the Steelers, it was a very boring game, but seeing the Steelers take the wheels off them, or not even wheels, just decimate them on Sunday, that game was way more of a blowout, or way closer than it should have been. It should have been more of a blowout. I think the Browns' wheels are going to fall off, but at the same time, I do think the Chiefs are not great football team, and I think that stadium's going to be rocking. So I love that pick. I love Browns' money line. They need one more win before the season ends.
Oh, yeah.
You go.
All right. No, yeah, I really like the Browns pick. Chiefs have won by 2 points or less in 4 out of the last 5 games. They were in a hell game with Denver, a hell game with Carolina, a hell game with the Raiders. I think in Cleveland, Ohio, I think the Browns definitely can
It's in Cleveland.
cover this. It's in Cleveland. I think that they can cover this 4.5.
Chiefs
spread.
by double digits.
Wow.
What is wrong with you?
I
no
think.
way. I originally liked Chiefs -4.
I know
but
the
then
Chiefs
but
play
then-
all close games, but I think their offense has finally started to get healthy, especially with Pacheco. Pacheco looked good the other night. Their defense was humming, even though Lad McConkey was out. That's a big loss. Other than Lad McConkey, the Chargers' offense is pretty mid, especially with JK too. But it's a step in the right direction. I think the Chiefs' offense looked good. I think Mahomes is Mahomes. He doesn't lose in December, and I just like him against the spread. 4.5, 2 field goals. I think the Chiefs could give me that. I like Jameis, but I think Trent McDuffie will follow Judy around as much as he could, and I like that matchup for the Chiefs.
It's also not snowing this time. It's 44 degrees. Actually, a little warm for Cleveland in December. So I still like the Cleveland pick, though. My third pick, I have Bengals -5 against the Titans. Titans just lost to the terrible Jaguars. Yeah, I mean, I think that's
Titans are the only team I think is worse than the Giants right now, to be honest. Will Levis is all right, but
so that's definitely hammer that. And then my last pick might be a little risky, but I like either or. I like Carolina -1 or Cowboys +1. I think that's going to be a close game. I think Carolina has really picked it up as of late. They only lost to the Chiefs by 3, and Cowboys. I mean, Cowboys are playing a little bit better.
Yeah.
I still think it's going to be a close game, though. I think I would probably lean towards Cowboys +1, but I like either or. All right, Tommy, ready? Your shitty ass picks. Let's go.
Wait, I'll never bet against Bryce Young. I don't care how much money I lose. I love that guy. I think I like the Panthers. What is it, -1.5?
Panthers -1.
Yeah, I like that too. Jamar Chase. I hate that he plays for the Bengals. I really want to like the guy, but no, he's terrible. Put up like 700 yards against the Ravens this year. Sorry, Tommy, go.
Are you ready? I got one pick.
all right.
There we go.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Eagles. Steelers +5.
Okay.
I think with
I have no opinion as a Steelers fan. I will never be betting on
I
the
think
Steelers.
with the Hurts and Brown drama going on right now, and just everything in that organization,
AJ Brown said that their problems are they can't throw the ball on offense.
I really do see the Steelers winning this. I hate to say it, but I do think they will win.
Where is it?
Philly.
It's in Philly, but I don't know. I like it.
Need overtime.
I don't know. Yeah, what do you think about it? I like it.
I marked this game down as a loss for the Steelers. I don't know. Maybe they'll cover +5. Throughout these last couple of days, though, I've been feeling more confident about it. But again, I never really give my opinions betting wise on the Steelers because I never bet on my teams, Knicks and Steelers and Braves. Yeah, it's weird to get used to it. I never really bet on them just because they lose. I get double fucked. If they win, I'm double happy. But I don't like doing it. So, do you have anything?
Steelers go in there and lose by double digits.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that happening.
I'm a Ravens fan. I'll hate on them, but I also don't like Philly. I think the drama that's going on in the Philly locker room right now is actually going to benefit them. I think Jalen Hurts will figure it out. He's been a little slow with his reads. I think he's just hurt a little bit. I think if they switch to passing more, I think he could because he's shown us do it before. I think it'll take less toll on his body. I think the tush pushes are getting him injured every fucking week. But I don't know. A.J. Brown's an X factor. Devontae Smith's up there for the best number 2. I like them. I don't think the Steelers' offense is going to be able to put up as many points as the Eagles will against the Steelers. Against both good defenses with the Eagles and Steelers, but I see the Eagles scoring more points and having more success against the Steelers defense than the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Eagles defense.
All right, so that was our first segment, NFL spread picks. A lot of yapping. I don't know if anyone's thirsty. So the whole point of this podcast is we talk sports, and I said in the beginning, we drink beer. So our first beer, it'll be a new type of beer every week. We're going to review them. Probably in the Tom, you're going to put these in the description? What beer in the ranks?
Frankie, what do we got here?
We'll go one sip, and then we'll finish it throughout the episode. But
today we got a straight out of the Double Marshmallow Laboratory, double IPA from Equilibrium. I've heard good things about it. It's about 8.5 for the ABV. So we're going to try it out and see it. The design looks weird.
The design looks cool. The design looks very cool.
I'm not the biggest IPA guy, but beer is beer, so.
Out of New York City. New York City is where it was made.
I heard that you're the beer guy around these streets.
I am the beer guy.
I'll throw a picture up.
One sip.
Of these on the
feed.
Yeah, these are
right into it.
One sip. We'll get a little review going, and we'll get into our next segment. Here we go. Cheers.
Wow. Very good.
I also agree.
You know what this reminds me of? I may be way off. You know the Cape May IPA that I've been going on about? That reminds me of this.
Very light IPA. Light IPA.
A little fruity, no?
Yes. No, not fruity. Marshmallowy.
I don't taste any marshmallow.
I think it's too sweet for me. A little too sweet. But
I love Swedish beer.
This is very good, folks.
BJ's prickly pear beer. Best thing I've ever tried. It's
Yeah?
very sweet. I'm a sweet.
I'm more of a stout guy.
I fucking hate this beer.
Wow.
This is
Schmear says no good.
This is the worst thing I've ever tried.
Schmear's never really had a IPA in his life, so I don't know.
Marshmallow is a weird mix to have in an IPA. I don't like it.
I don't taste any.
I like it a lot. I'll start us off. It was supposed to be one sip and we're review. I mean, we're going to drink them throughout the episode. Shout out to this company from New York City. We'll try to get around America. If you guys have any recommendations, drop them in the comments. But I'll go for an 8.5. It's light. Tastes good. It's a good IPA. I'll go 7.8 out of 10. It's not the best IPA I've ever had, but it's definitely up there. 7.8 out of 10 for Evan. Someone write these down.
7.8.
For me, as I said, I'm not the biggest IPA guy. I do like this. It's not bad. It's one of the more IPAs that I could tolerate. It's not too sweet. I mean, it is too sweet. I'm tripping. But for me, since it is an IPA, I'll judge it on my IPA scale. Say it's like an 8.2. I could tolerate it.
I think this is very good. I'm not tasting any marshmallow though.
I do.
Maybe the aftertaste. I'm tasting a little apple.
I do.
I taste it.
Little apple. I don't know. I think this is very good. Yeah, a little bit.
I'm tasting the fucking microscope.
Doesn't help that this looks like it expired October 18th.
Yeah. No. So when I bought these,
Well, that's good.
I looked at where do you see the date?
Right there.
It's
Right here, right? 1Q18. 10. That looks like a little squiggly line.
Does. Folks, I might be wrong.
What's going on?
10/18. So I think this expired in
18.
October 18th and
Game on the line right
either
here.
1992 or 2024. There's no year on it.
Cooper drops back.
So here comes
Coop
Cooper
takes
Rush.
a shot, and that'll do it. Bengals survive in
Well,
Dallas.
I just lost my money because Mike Gesicki couldn't give me one more fucking yard. Nice.
No, but yeah, I mean, maybe a little hint of marshmallow. I'm gonna start off strong. I might finish this entire thing and but definitely, definitely by the end of the video, I'm start out strong. I'm gonna say
This is just episode 1, folks. We might start doing case races on here, just talking sports with the fellas. That's what it's for. If you're in a fraternity, if you're a college brother, if you're a girl in a sorority in college, like sports, I mean, we're just drinking, talking sports. Call in. We'll have a number up soon. You guys can call in, give us your takes. Yeah.
it's very. I'm gonna start off strong. 8-6.
Wow, that's gonna be a big number.
I don't mind it. I picked a good one up. I'm shooting it down.
Personally, I would never drink it. I would never order this. If I had to pick between, I don't know. I don't like it at all. I'll give it like a 4 or 5.
Now it is on the more expensive side of
Mhm.
IPAs, kind of cheaper depending on what you buy. It's $24 for 4, so that's why I don't like IPAs in general, just because of how expensive they are. But it wasn't bad. I'd have it again. How much? 24. 4.
All right, so that's the beer review.
Bump it down to 8-3.
Oh wow, he doesn't like the price. Our second segment,
Wow.
Price up, right?
which I'm looking most forward to. Our second segment is going to be NBA players. 6 weeks into the season? NBA players that have shocked you or surprised any of us, good, bad, in between. They could be a superstar. They could be a guy who gets 2 minutes a game. Just anyone who's shocked you. We're going to go over it. I know a bunch of us have some interesting picks. I'm going to get it started right away. I guess I'll go 1, and we can go 1-1-1, and back to me. My first player on this list is going to be a 2021 first-round pick to the Thunder, Trey Mann, now on the Hornets. Trey Mann was a guy coming into the season where, at least for my memory, or even last season, he had a lot of, people call him aura points. He had aura.
Yeah, I love going out and seeing people wearing a Trey Mann jersey.
Where have you ever seen that?
I don't know where the hell
Yep. We've seen them.
I have a Terrence Mann jersey.
No. When we went somewhere,
Oh, wow. All
we
right.
saw it, and we thought it was the greatest jersey ever.
That's tough, yeah. I Trey Mann jersey stuff. But anyway, coming into the season, everyone, aura points, Baby Iverson nickname. People, he was good. He was very shifty last year. This season, quietly on the Hornets, who's overshadowed by LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. But, I mean, he's coming off the bench averaging 14, 2, and 3 for the Hornets. He's hurt right now. He'll be back, I think, like 6-7 days away. But, I mean, the kid is, 23 years old, coming off the bench, averaging 15, 2, and 3 on 43% shooting. Not the best in the world, but, I mean, the guy is a walking highlight reel and a walking spark plug. And I'll even double down and say he's a big trade deadline type of guy. You might see some contenders go out and get. Trey Mann, yeah. He's on a low contract. Again, I don't think the Hornets will trade him because of how young he is and how well he's going to work with LaMelo off the bench behind him. But Trey Mann is my first. I mean, honestly, I don't even think it's a surprise he's blown up this year, but I guess my first surprise of the season. You want me to get my second one, or you guys got one ready to go?
I got one.
You got one?
Yeah, I got one.
All right. Over to Schmear.
Cam Thomas, Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been tough.
Everyone's been knowing
He's
about
been
that,
tough,
Schmear.
but I think this year
Can't tell this Schmear's worst sport is basketball.
it is my worst sport. But he's been really good this season.
He has been.
Cam Johnson.
Mm.
Good guy to bet on for me.
Cam Johnson.
Very good.
Want to say anything else? Or
I mean,
just calm?
I just bet on him. That's basically how I watch my basketball. Just bet on guys and watch it. Obviously, I watch the Knicks. Knicks I watch all the time.
Cam Johnson pick. Great shout out by Frankie. He's been balling. He's averaging 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. 43 from the three. It's been. I think those numbers are a little inflated because Cam Thomas has been out the last 2-3 weeks. But he's definitely playing better than his Phoenix days, and I think that's one of the reasons why they traded for him. But definitely a good shout out by Frankie. Evan, you want to say your pick?
I have a second pick. Trey Mann, obviously, again, that's a role type of guy. And I got a guy who's won't be, but got me excited in the beginning of the season to be a borderline all-star. Looking at his numbers, and he's playing a lot. I got Jalen Johnson from the Atlanta Hawks. I was big on him last year.
That's a good ass pick too.
He was good last year. He's entered my very good category. A guy's averaging 19, 9, and 5 on 50% shooting from the field. I mean, that's like he's the second best player on the Hawks right now. It's Trae Young and him. DeJounte leaves. He steps up big time. He's a small forward playing the 2, though. Playing the 3 mostly, but he plays like a 2. We're going to the next game Wednesday, which will be tomorrow for you guys. Tomorrow night, they play the Hawks. I'm praying game time decision he's out because he kills the Knicks.
How about the Hawks in general?
Fuck Trae Young.
Hawks 13 and 12. Yeah, 13 and 12.
I remember some people have them like fucking projected to be.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, no, the Hawks was,
12 isn't the best.
Well, no,
but it's not.
like
They're playing the quarterfinals NBA Cup tomorrow or Wednesday.
They are.
So Jalen Johnson's my pick. Basically, wrap it up. Duke kid. You know, he always can bank on a Duke forward. Jason Tatum, Grant Hill. I mean, shit, Cam Reddish. Just kidding. Not.
Zion needs to figure it out.
Yeah, he's doing this at 22 years old as well. He's a young third year in the NBA. So I like Jalen Johnson a lot. I hate the Hawks though, so that sucks. Who do you got, Craig? I'm excited. Me and Craig watch probably the most basketball here.
I went all out for this. I got 3 players. One, I didn't think going into the season that he would be playing this well. Again, little inflated because of a lot of injuries. Toronto Raptors, Grady Dick.
Yep.
He's been playing phenomenally. I mean, last season he averaged around 8 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Decent efficiency, 42.
What injuries?
IQ.
He's back.
No, he's not. IQ's not back. IQ's out.
But he played 20 games?
No. I'm talking about this year. IQ's played a game this year.
All
Yeah,
right.
IQ's been out. He was out with his back, and then now it's like an elbow.
No, I think it's still. Oh, yeah.
No,
But-
yeah. What are you saying?
Grady Dick's not doing this because of injuries. Grady Dick's the man.
Well,
He's
Grady. I
got
mean,
the opportunity.
Grady. I don't think Grady Dick would be average. Well,
Is he better than Scotty Barnes?
please stop. All right,
Okay.
Going back.
Okay.
No, I mean Grady Dick's was a good
RJ's
rookie.
bad.
Rookie year last season. Right?
Raptors are fun.
Raptors are fun. Grady Dick was his rookie year last year, so he had a good rookie year. 9 points, 2 rebounds, decent efficiency. This year he's completely stepped it up though. I mean he's averaging 10 more points, same rebounds, same assists, but the same efficiency, and he's taken I think around 3 to 4 more 3-point attempts per game. Like I said, I think it is a little he is good. I don't think he would be doing this with Emmanuel quickly playing 35 minutes a night like he should be doing. Hopefully IQ gets healthy soon. But yeah, I mean he's been playing great. You think he's gonna keep it up though? let's say IQ is healthy, he plays 40
Yes.
games this season. You
Yes.
think so?
I think Emmanuel
I don't know.
Quick. I love him.
Don't say it.
And I love
Please
him.
don't say it.
I'm
Guys,
a
guys,
Knicks
please don't
fan
say it.
since fucking birth. I love him.
Don't.
Emmanuel Quickly's not as good as the money he's getting is showing him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
IQ is much better than Grady Dick. I mean, come on. He's not. First of all, that's one of the main reasons why Knicks traded him, because he wanted Jalen Brunson money, and Knicks were rightfully correct on not giving him Jalen Brunson money. But
dumb contract. But the Raptors want to rebuild. That's what they want to do. They want they don't want to buy a superstar. They pay their young guys.
He's a little overpaid, 100%. But if he's healthy, he's good.
Yeah.
He's much better than Grady.
He's good.
Come on. All right. No, but yeah, Grady Dick, great. I mean, most improved.
Jalen Johnson.
Definitely top 3 in the most improved. But my second pick for most surprising, Josh Hart, New York's very own.
Yes, sir.
Josh Hart's always been a Mr. Do-It-All guy.
Keep going.
All right. He's always been a Mr. Do-It-All guy. Last year, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. This year, he's having a career high, I think, in every single category besides points. He's averaging 14. More rebounds, 8.5. More assists, almost 6. And his shooting is off the charts. He's shooting almost 40% from 3, 60% from the field, 70% true shooting. And I think that, especially as a Knicks fan, we knew Josh Hart had this. I mean, he's averaged 17 points per game in Portland. What was that, 3-4 years ago? So he's definitely had just this. And I don't think it's really that inflated. Maybe the rebounds with Mitchell Robinson out, but Mitchell Robinson played a good amount last year and almost averaging the same rebounds. So I think that Josh Hart's just turning up. He's in the starting lineup, and he's having a career year.
Yeah, I also agree with Josh Hart. I think anything that Josh Hart gives us more that he's like giving us now is just bonus, because you talk to any Knicks fan, as many stupid plays as Josh Hart will make, no Knicks fan will ever get mad at him because he plays with as much heart as any other player in the NBA. He's a guy that everyone wants on their team. Doesn't always hustles, grabbing rebounds left and right.
Well, offensive rebounds, too. Yeah. I mean, incredible.
Another Knick guy, though, that I'll bring up that we haven't brought up yet is OG. How well has OG been playing?
All-star. All-star. Baby Kawhi. He's been another guy. I just think that guys go to the Knicks and they go to Tom Thibodeau and they just get better. OG, Hart, Precious Achiuwa. But yeah, good shout, OG. Yeah. Very good shout. He's playing like an all-star.
100%.
He's unbelievable.
People hated the contract, or some people thought that the contract was a little overpriced, but
he's
giving us exactly what we wanted and more.
I'll get into this later, too. I don't like that. You pay the guy.
I think you should pay the guy. I think it's just other Knicks. I don't think any Knicks fans hated that deal. We traded for him.
You don't pay the guy what he's worth.
Yes.
If we would have went to OG and said, hey, 5 years, maybe $130 million, he would have been like, all right, bye-bye. And left and signed somewhere else. You got to pay the guy. You got to pay the guy to keep him.
And that trade is exactly why we signed him. Now let's get into the next section of how the Yankees didn't do that with Juan Soto.
You want to? Yeah, keep going.
I'll keep it going. I'm a big time Yankees fan. I live and die for it. If it's not the Ravens, it's the Yankees. I watch as many games as any Yankee fan in this fucking world. The Juan Soto debacle that happened. I'm mad about it, but I also have hope for the Yankees. Evan could attest to this. I didn't want him for how much the Mets were willing to pay for him. I didn't think he was worth Shohei money. Then again, though, it still hurts just as much the fact that he did leave, because it's very hard to find a generational talent that's 26 years old. That's Ted Williams, the modern-day Ted Williams. It's very hard to find that. And you have to pay the guy, and it hurts even more that we lost out on Bryce Harper 8 years ago or so, because we weren't willing to pay him that kind of money.
I have a question.
5 years ago. Yeah.
No, you can keep going. I just have one quick question. Before it came out, I think maybe 45 minutes ago, Steve Cohen offered Juan Soto, 15 or 16 years? I think you offered him 16. 15. Steve Cohen offered Juan Soto 15 years, $765 million, and brought it back to the Yankees. Yankees declined. Yankees didn't want to match $5 million more.
This is where I'm at with it. I think when people first look at that, it's a flawed thing. I think people just see the $5 million. Not going at Craig right now, but people just see the $5 million and think it's just that difference. But if you look at after 5 years when Soto could opt out, after that, the Mets will then pay him $4 million every year after that. So then that equates to around $815 million that they're paying him in his total contract with one less year. So it's actually like a $70 million difference between the Yankees offer and the Mets offer. And the Yankees weren't willing to do that, and rightfully so. Me personally, even though Judge doesn't show up in the playoffs, I'm not paying. Obviously, Juan Soto's great, but how can I pay him double the amount of money that our captain's getting paid, especially when he's just coming off an MVP? I would love Soto. I think he's just done. I didn't think he wanted to be in Judge's shadow because he'd never be the actual guy in Yankees. I think has his own team with the Mets, even though Lindor's there. You think not? You don't think he's the man in Queens right now?
No,
Who is Lindor?
Lindor.
the MVP is.
Wow, that's a bad.
Who? Shohei?
Guys,
Shohei?
okay,
He didn't
guys,
win the
let's get into
MVP.
it.
He didn't win the MVP. He didn't win the MVP.
First
Maybe
of all,
MVP of the Mets.
should have been MVP in the NL.
No,
DHs don't win MVPs.
No,
He didn't
no.
play. He didn't.
When your DH is
We're
stealing
not getting into
60,
this.
when your DH is stealing that many bags and putting up that many home runs, no.
Lindor
What?
played both sides of the ball beautifully. Gold Glove, MVP year. I do think Soto should have won it, but it had to be close. He didn't play the other side of the baseball. When is the last time a DH won an MVP besides Shohei?
He just broke that many. He just broke that many records.
I want to see his thoughts about the Mets and Soto, because I know this guy over here has got some pretty
I
strong
could talk
thoughts.
about this for hours.
Two Mets fans here.
Well, hold on. Two words.
No,
I
let me
think
give
it's
you some
great.
numbers
I
now.
think
Two
it's
words.
great.
Two
but-
words. Two words. Two
My
words.
God.
Steve Cohen.
Fair enough. Now, he's going to tell us
I got something.
that Michael Harris is better.
No,
He's going to tell us Ronald Acuna Jr. is better than Juan Soto.
way better. I'll get into it.
I'd love to hear this from Frankie. Because he's not a Mets fan. He's not a Braves fan.
I'll get into it. Oh, maybe Frankie doesn't even know these numbers I'm about to say. So
Go
let me get
ahead.
into
Go
it.
ahead.
Want me to go into it?
Go ahead.
Juan Soto last season. Is that? We'll talk about it now. Is this his best season of his career? Juan Soto?
Hitting wise, yes.
Okay, that's all I care. Yeah, hitting wise. No. This is yeah, but he wasn't hitting 41 home runs. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And Trey Turner was better than him as well on that team.
This is the first time Juan Soto's hit over 40
Anyway, ready? Soto, 288, batted 288, 41 homers, 109 RBIs. Hold on. Here's another player's statistics. Ready?
Batting average is the most overrated.
Hold on.
in sports.
280, 41 home runs. Shh. Let me finish. 280, 44 home runs. And what was the last stat I said again? It was RBIs. So 280, 8.8 less of a batting average. Same amount of home runs. And then RBIs, if we could find it. 101, which is 8 less RBIs. Who was that player? That was Ronald Acuna in his second year in the MLB, playing 6 less games than Juan Soto's best year ever. That's Ronald Acuna at 21 years old, just called up to the MLB, playing 6 less games than Juan Soto, and he's doing the same thing while being way better in the field. Now, he was 21 years old. Now we'll go to 2023 when he won the MVP. 337 batting average, almost 100 batting average better. Oh, not almost, but I'm not gonna gas it. More home runs, more RBIs. Oh no, I'm sorry. Same amount of RBIs, more home runs, and then he broke what? Shohei is the only person to ever steal as many bags as Acuna was hitting that many base.
What was
home
Acuna?
runs.
A serious question. What was Acuna's WAR?
What?
What was Acuna's WAR?
In 2019 or the MVP?
MVP.
It's not here right now. I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, we'll get that pulled up for you, but the guy's batting 337, hitting the same amount of home runs. More home runs.
In the meantime, best ability in any sport is availability.
It is. So, all
Juan
right.
Soto's been available.
So Juan Soto and Acuna came into the league at the same time.
He's gonna put
Same time.
Well, what they play the same amount of games?
No. Soto's played 200 more games or some crazy thing. I mean, Acuna tore his ACL twice.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
who would you rather have now?
Acuna.
Oh, please.
When does a guy? Well, how many times has Juan Soto been an MVP candidate, a legit one? Twice.
He's played more than 200 games, though.
Once. Acuna's done it 3 times.
Going back to Schmier's comment, Acuna's career WAR.
Career. Okay.
25.8. Juan Soto 36.4.
Okay. Well, he's played more.
What was his?
Juan Soto led the league in WAR by almost double
Ronald Acuna
last year.
2019.
2023 MVP.
MVP or
2020.
Again, this beer is phenomenal. I'm
I'm not trying to like help this case, but Atlanta,
8.1.
the Braves were the best.
Soto's was 7.9.
Yeah.
And Soto's last season.
Okay, but anyway, Acuna's doing that on. I don't know, your Mets fans. You will know that 2023 Braves team is one of the best teams ever assembled.
Mets fans, I know.
Okay, so he's doing that on the best team in baseball.
No, I mean Ronald Acuna.
So is Soto. So is the Yankees are very good this year, but
It's very close. I don't think you can definitively say that
one of them has an MVP.
It's
That's what
hard to
puts. And
tell.
they both have a World Series.
What's gonna happen next season?
Acuna didn't play, but they both had a World Series.
I'll speak on it. I think Ronald Acuna is the better overall player. But Juan Soto, the factor about Juan Soto is there's not another MLB player in the league right now that decides how his at bat goes better than Juan Soto.
I agree.
I've never.
Acuna's an idiot sometimes too.
Yeah.
At the bit. I mean, he's had 337 somehow, but
You saw against the at bat with Juan Soto against Hunter Gaddis in the ALCS how fought off like 7 pitches, just kept shugging everything off, just waiting for one pitch only. He has no flaw in his batting. That's why I could see how people take Juan Soto over Acuna, but Acuna is the better overall player.
around the bags and in the field is a part of baseball. You would know that the best with Lindor and Shohei.
Well, okay. So, what do you value more, hitting or fielding?
I'll be honest. Acuna, no. Acuna's not that much better of a fielder. Acuna's not that great of a fielder either.
But
From a Braves fan, but Soto's bad.
But is Soto that much better of a hitter?
But the Soto's still second every time he gets on base.
So there's an argument. It's an argument.
But anyway, just so I can give my thoughts as a Braves fan, NL East, Braves Mets rivalry. I'm not trying to be a dick to these guys. I've been trying to actually. I was like just as excited as they were last night when this was all going down. I was on the call with them. Thought it was awesome for baseball, but I really, and this isn't crazy. I mean, Frankie, a neutral fan, should agree here. As a Braves fan, I'm not afraid of the Mets still. Their 4 through 9 hitters are not good.
First of all, okay. No, go on. Finish it.
The Mets had the Braves number this year. The Braves started 5, count them 5, including bullpen and starting pitchers. 5 starters in that series against the Mets, and the Braves still tied it 2-2. Overall series or season series, the Braves won it with playing 2 games with their starting lineup.
We also punted the game.
Okay, fine. But they still don't won. I don't know. It would have been tied. But I'm just saying, you can bring Strider back. You bring Sale back. That's a 2-1. That's 1-2 punch in the NL East. Yes. Oh, Wheeler and
Noah
is better than Strider and Sale. Sale just won the Cy Young.
Strider
should have won the Cy Young.
Who? That is Wheeler. Well, no, Wheeler played.
Anyway,
Noah. Yeah, no.
The Mets are not done at all.
no, they're not. The Braves haven't even started. Teoscar.
Well, hold on. So fourth, Teoscar. You're not getting Teoscar.
Okay.
He's not leaving the Dodgers.
Wait for the 1-2 punch of Shohei and Blake Snell.
That's gonna be wicked.
If they get to Teoscar, $20.
Wow. What if happens if we don't get
Right
him?
here, shake it.
What if we don't get him?
$20.
No.
10.
The Braves are historically not a franchise that goes out and gets big free agents. We got Chris Sale, sign him on nothing. And Chris Sale reminds me a lot of Russell Wilson, people. My teams do the right things.
Okay, well,
My teams do the right things.
Before we get off topic, back to what you said, 4 through 9 with the Mets is terrible. First of all.
Name their 4 through 9. I can pull it up. I actually don't know it off the top of my head, but I know I just saw it last night.
Marte.
Bad.
Taylor. Marte, Tyrone Taylor, Francisco Alvarez, Brett Beatty, and who else?
Francisco Alvarez is the only one that moves the needle.
Oh, and like
You don't have a first baseman.
yeah, and we don't have a DH really either because it was JD and Jesse. Nimmo's in the 4 or in the 3.
You can't say you. All
Well,
right.
first of all, Tyrone Taylor, clutch hit after clutch hit last year in the NLDS, in the NLCS, in the Brewers.
Clutch players aren't good players. They're just clutch players.
But Tyrone Taylor had a great year defensively as well. Francisco Alvarez is one of the best young catchers in the game.
I just said Francisco Alvarez is the one that pushes the needle.
He's one of the best framers in the game. He has some pop from the yes, but he's one of the best framers in the league. Then guys, I mean,
another clutch hitter.
this goes on to the overpaid conversation.
The Braves don't overpay anybody. Don't say that.
There's no overpaid contract winning the Mets. Steve Cohen is the richest owner in baseball by almost $6 billion. There's no overpaid contract. We went and got Soto $50 million a year. We still have $100 million AVV to spend.
You know how much you're paying? Like, you know how good the Braves are, right? That's not like Braves and Mets are very good.
Well, it's different types.
No, I'm just saying. You know how good the Braves roster is. The Braves' entire roster is only like I just saw like $40 million more than Soto's contract, which is insane.
But I'm saying Soto's $50 million. I think Montez was like 10. Holmes was like 10 or 12. We still got $100 million AVV to spend on Pete, Burns, Bueller, Crochet.
Bueller's a Brave too. When Fried leaves
Christian
to the Yankees.
Walker.
How about Max Fried to the Yankees? Sorry to cut you off, but how about Max Fried to the Yankees if he goes?
Guys,
What do you think about Max Fried? Mad Max.
Guys,
The real Mad Max.
The Yankees are done. We're done with the 90s. They're done. We're done. It's done. It's done.
Kings in New York?
We what?
Kings in New York, you guys?
I think now it's time. I mean,
I'm sorry.
First
Who
of
was
all-
in the World Series?
Uh-oh.
Who was in the World Series?
And why? Why were
what?
you in the World Series?
Why what? Because we beat the teams that we had to play.
And why? Who was your best player in the playoffs besides Stanton?
Oh, besides Stan, it's crazy. It's
Who was your best
Juan
player?
Soto.
Why were okay? And now who has him?
The Mets?
Okay.
Oh, guess what? What do you have to beat to get to the World Series? Have fun with that. Well, we'll be facing the Guardians and shit.
First of all,
Oh, talk to me why the Dodgers are not as good as the Mets.
hot take. Mets really should have won that series, or it
but
should have been
guess
much
what?
closer.
Guess what?
Pitching sucks.
Guess what? Your pitching got worse, and guess what? The Dodgers get Shohei back on the
Well,
mound.
our pitching didn't get worse.
How didn't it?
M-
Oh, you replace it with the Yankees closer, Clay Holmes, who had the most blown saves. in the
Increased
MLB.
optimism.
And you're making him a starting pitcher.
Increased optimism.
You're
today.
making him a star.
First of
You're
all,
making him a starter.
We have
Increased optimism. That's a
increased
quote. That's Russell Wilson all over him.
increased
I'm bringing up
optimism
the Steelers
today that
every
we're
time
going to
I
get
can.
Sean Manaea back. That's one. Number two,
Oh, I thought you were talking about fucking
No.
Holmes.
Jeremy Hefner is a pitching wizard. He had Manaea have a career year. Severino have a career year. Quintana have a career
Severino
year.
just got a bag from Oakland.
Because of
Oakland,
Jeremy
I feel
Hefner.
bad for you guys.
Or
We
Vegas,
he's
whatever
going to add
they
it. If Clay
No,
Holmes,
I'm never calling him Vegas.
If Clay Holmes comes in next year with a four-seam fastball and a changeup out of nowhere, Jeremy Hefner. So I like that
Good
contract.
point.
All right, but what about this?
And
Shohei
like I said-
back, Yamamoto back. I mean, not back, but he's pitching. He pitched well. Blake Snell.
Okay. Increased optimism to re-sign Sean Manaea. Mets and Yankees are the two only teams who
You
are
think-
aggressively
You
most
think
going
the
after Gary.
Dodgers are done too? You think the Dodgers are done?
Okay, but Shohei, Blake Snell, who else did you name?
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto
They'll probably lose Bueller.
versus
They'll probably lose
Kodai
Flaherty
Senga.
versus Cody.
Sean Manaea.
Wait till they get Roki Sasaki.
Sean
Wait till they
Manaea.
get
We could get Roki Sasaki
No, you
as well.
could, but guess who's going to get him?
Sean
The
Manaea.
same team that outbid you for Yamamoto.
Corbin Burns. Walker Bueller. It's all spectacle.
This is all.
Like I
ifs.
said, we have $100 million to
This is
spend.
all
You think
ifs.
Steve Cohen's done?
You think the Dodgers are done? You think they've shown any signs of being
No,
done?
but like I said, even with the pitching discrepancies and how
All right, who's
decent
a better
they
team
were
right
and
now?
how Dodgers. By the
and
end
how
of-
big of a gap?
Big.
right now, marginal.
No,
It's not that big.
It's not that big.
No.
By the end of the offseason,
No,
By the end-
Braves are better than the Mets.
no,
enough.
They are.
no.
In what? So by maybe next episode of this podcast, or maybe the following, it's gonna be the Mets.
No,
It's gonna be the Mets.
no.
It's gonna be because
Here's my thing with sports, though. I'll never rank a team preseason better than the team that just won the World Series, especially when they're adding pieces like this. I think it's
first of all,
unfair to
but
say.
you got to understand how close that series was. I know when we got smoked, we got smoked.
Yeah.
But in the games that we got smoked, it was close going into the 7th, going into the 8th. We left the bases loaded.
And why'd you?
I
Why'd
think in
you?
runners in scoring position, we were 2 for 28.
What was
in
the big?
series.
What was the big thing with the Dodgers? What were they doing throughout the whole playoffs?
Walking?
Well, no, like pitching wise. What was their
Their
meta
pitching was great.
after they got through the first 3 starting pitchers? What they started
Bullpen games.
Yes, they won't have any of those now. they
But I'm
won't
saying-
have
saying
those give me wins.
That series,
They won't have those
that
games.
series was very close without Soto.
Which one is it?
Without the possibility of Burns, without the possibility of
Just talking ball, folks. Just talking ball for hours.
a lot to do.
And Steve Cohen just went out and spent $765 million on Juan Soto. You think he's done?
The Dodgers aren't done. That's what I'm saying. The Dodgers are not done.
So we're both getting better, and it was very close. And I think
Can
when you have guys like Juan Soto, you're not going to go 2 for 27.
Can I chime in? The biggest threat to the Dodgers, and it would have been last year if they didn't get hurt, and everyone in the world. Me and Frankie talked about this when the Yankees were making a run. I didn't talk about it with you guys because you guys wouldn't have agreed. If the Braves are in the playoffs last year, it's a Braves-Yankees World Series, or it's very close to that. Because let me tell you, Acuna, Albies, this is their projected. This isn't with any free agents.
Close to that.
No, you weren't. What'd you lose in 5?
We were very close. We had
6?
a great game. We fought back.
We should have
We
won
didn't mess it up
multiple
with Mike.
games. We went 2 for 27. We're runners in scoring position. I think we left the bases loaded and didn't score 3 times in one game.
That's your fault.
There's been opportunities. We have pieces like Juan Soto.
That's a Mickey Mouse run for a team that believed in Grimace and
The Dodgers
Uxua.
went on a Mickey Mouse run.
Guys, it's a Mickey.
had the easiest path to the World Series I've ever seen.
Let's shut it.
True.
Let's shut it. No, I'm going.
Well, first,
I'm going again.
well, first
No.
Mickey Mouse
Everyone
run, but
knows-
we added Juan Soto and potentially
everyone-
Corbin Burns.
Everyone
and
knows. Everyone knows that watches baseball. The real World Series was the Padres Dodgers.
Yes.
You guys weren't beating the Padres.
The Padres made
They
the
would have
Braves
bent you
look
over.
fools. Yes.
They would have bent you over.
Yes. Michael King, 14 strikeouts in a playoff game.
Sean Manaea.
What do you have?
Sean Manaea.
You gotta clip that.
Padres-
Clip that.
Padres are very good.
A little off topic, real quick, but about an hour ago, the Mets and Yankees are reportedly among the most aggressive
Yeah,
suitors. for
Garrett Crochet. Yeah.
Well,
Brissett.
like I said, hold on. Like I said, if Cohen leaves his free agency with,
He's not going to leave it with just Juan Soto. I don't want people to think that. I think that.
and if he leaves it with, and this is like not, this is a realistic possibility. We have 100 million AVV, 100 million per year to spend. We could really leave it with Pete Burns.
You want Pete back? Quick question.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Best
if
power
the-
hitter in baseball.
If the Yankees get that fucking slob, I'll do terrible things, man.
In a good or bad way?
In a bad way. I don't want that.
He's one of the best power hitters in baseball.
Oh, power
Most home
hitters.
runs since the
How
end of the
many
league.
power hitters. I'm Stanton Judge. Who fucking wins
Stanton.
it? Oh, you saw the playoffs? Get that man in the playoffs. He's fucking Barry Bonds. New York's team is the Yankees. It's not even close.
Okay,
I mean, let's be honest. Who's your favorite team? Who's your
Don't
favorite
look at this.
basketball team?
Knicks.
Who's your favorite basketball team? Knicks, right? Knicks. Who do all the Knicks players love? I'll leave it at that. Who do they go for? Who do they go
Where
for?
does Donovan
Who's-
Mitchell go?
Thank you. Well, second of all,
Donovan Mitchell.
Plays in Cleveland.
he's in New York. He should have been.
He's
He should have been.
Precious Achua.
He's a Mets fan?
Yeah.
He's a fucking.
Precious
Well, first of all,
Achua.
that's how it goes. What it's Jets, Yankees, Knicks. No Mets fan is a Knicks fan.
No, Giants.
No,
Yankees,
Giants,
Knicks,
Yankees.
yeah.
What do you say?
That's what I meant. Giants, Yankees, Knicks, and then it's
The little
Jets,
brothers are
the
Jets.
Giants,
Jets and
Mets,
That's
Mets.
it. Little
So-
brothers.
Besides the Mets.
Watch the Volpe. And now, fuck it. Watch our podcast. Don't watch the roommates podcast with Volpe. Watch
Yeah,
ours.
fuck Volpe.
No, it was a sick one.
We're gonna get Josh Hart on this. Let me see this.
I also do not know what the Yankees do right now. There's
The Steve Cohen effect.
no.
Yeah.
No. I'm very afraid that the Yankees are gonna fucking get too pressured into getting a big name and get trade for Nolan Arenado. And I'm gonna be very upset with that. I don't want them to scare by. We need pitching. Give me Max Fried or Corbin Burns. I'll be very happy when Max Fried. Build it from the pitching. We'll work on it. Maybe Teoscar. Teoscar's a clutch hitter we could use in right field. He'd be a very good defender in right field. He's an average defender, but he'd be good with the short porch, unlike Soto. I don't know what we do. I don't want Bregman. I don't want anyone fucking with Boris. All right, that guy's the devil. All right, he's pushing Bregman's all contract at 380. That guy's 31. He could walk. He could go to the Mets. Let them be the Brooklyn Nets
Yeah.
with Katie and Kyrie.
Sounds just like him.
Guys banking on Max Fried in 2024. Are we serious?
Real quick.
If Beatty's not gone in 3 weeks, I don't think I'm a Mets fan anymore. He's going to be gone.
22.
Jose Siri has it.
Oh, he's
Jose
got it?
Siri has it.
Beatty,
Oh, Jose
Beatty-
Siri was a good signing.
Beatty, Jet. Can you trade?
I do like
It might
that.
be a stupid question. Can you trade like picks in baseball
No.
before you draft them?
You can trade picks.
Beatty, Jet Williams, Kevin Parada, Gary Crochet. Send it. Steve Cohen. You got it.
A little trivia. We'll end every episode with a little trivia between these three. I'll be the host of the trivia game. So real quick, I just want to see. This is a fact. This is a stat that I love.
Can't have nothing.
This is a stat that I love. We'll wrap up the episode with this.
First of all, have you guys ever been on a plane?
Yeah.
I haven't.
How have you never been on a plane?
Ever.
Have you been out of the country?
No. I'm going to Costa Rica, though. The farthest I've ever been was North Carolina. We drove like 13 hours or whatever.
That's a loser.
Fuck you.
I had a 6-hour flight to Italy.
Juan Soto could buy 264 fucking Batmobiles.
Well,
How many elephants can
stupid shit.
Thank you.
How many
Buying a
elephants can you buy?
Batmobile.
Juan
Joe
Soto, when he pulls
Joe Burrow
up,
just bought
Joe
that.
Burrow,
Oh, no, he bought
Joe Burrow,
He bought the suit. He bought the suit.
No.
Oh, he bought both. He bought
Burrow
both.
did in fact buy a $2.9 million Batmobile.
All right. Yo, who is the only NBA player not named Nikola Jokic? Top 8 in points per game and rebounds per game. Yep.
What?
8 in rebounds per game and top 8 in points per game.
I think I know.
Karl Anthony Towns, folks. We'll wrap it up with a little propaganda. Karl Anthony Towns, if the Knicks get 6, 7 games over 500, it's going to be slowly. He's going to go into the MVP talks.
He's 5, I think.
He's 5 right now.
Listen now.
They go 10 games over 500. He's going to lead the NBA in MVP votes. And Jokic is doing it, but his team's losing. His team stinks. How about fuck? I guess the episode's going to continue. How about Jordan Poole this season?
Yeah. He's fun.
1 year too late. Picked him in fantasy last year. Awful pick.
That'll wrap it up. Any last words for the views? I mean, this is our first episode. Mind us if it's not edited correctly. Mind us if it's jerseys falling off the table. Mind us for Schmear talking basketball at any point during the episode. Yeah, I mean, anything else you want to say? This is episode 1. A lot of people are going to watch this.
Comment any suggestions, things you want to
Mhm.
see, anything at all. Craig?
Let's go Mets, baby.
I don't know when the next episode's coming out, but you might not see me if it's within a week because the Yankees could do a lot of things in that time. And yeah, so hopefully I see you guys again.
Real quick. Episodes should be out every Tuesday morning. So we go home for winter break. Again, we're all in college. We all are at the same house right now. But every Tuesday morning, every Monday night, we're free. Especially when the next semester starts. Spring is every Tuesday morning, without a doubt. We can aim for, if there's breaking news, big games, we can aim for just
Emergency podcast.
emergency podcast every Tuesday morning for now.
I'll give reports if Yankees sign someone that I like.
Follow our Instagram, our Twitter. Be down in the X now.
Yeah. Me and Frankie will run the Twitter. No one else knows how to ruin that app.
Our
It'll be right there.
Instagram.
It'll be on the screen. It'll be on the screen. Anyone but Schmear is running our Twitter.
Our Instagram and Twitter will be
You got the
down below
Instagram.
and on the screen. Yeah, episode 1. I think it went well.
Comment who had the best takes.
Hope to see you guys back in episode 2.
See ya.